Today we're heading into the historic town of Crystal and, of course, the iconic Crystal Mill. Now, fun fact, it's not actually a mill, but rather a power station for the mill, but hey, I digress. If you're new here, my name is Riley Clark, and each year I dedicate a chunk of time to chase the fall colors across the Southwest United States in my self-built camper van. So far this year, we've captured some stunning fall colors, breathtaking mountain views, and even came across a moose family. But it hasn't been all smooth sailing. Finding reliable camping spots in this area has been a bigger challenge than I anticipated. Most of the area around here is private property, and the official campgrounds are all closed for the season. Now, some of the spots I found have worked, but every night I have found myself back up at the Maroon Bells parking lot by midnight, which luckily my parking pass covers. The 3 mornings I've spent here have been absolutely unforgettable, but the lack of sleep finally caught up with me, so I decided it was time for a much needed nap, and that is where today's story begins. So it pays dividends to do the right thing. The other day when I got that ticket on the van and I told you guys I needed to go take care of that, to prove that I had my pass. When I was talking with the Forest Service agent, they said that nobody ever does that. That usually people just disregard it. Today on my way down, I decided to swing in because looking at some of the campgrounds, they looked empty. So I swung in there and asked if they had any available camp spots. And it was the same lady, and she recognized me from a couple days before and said, yeah, they have tons, that now it's first come, first serve. And she went ahead and actually slotted me into one of the reserve spots up near the Bells and told me that I can have the pick of the litter, essentially, that even if I don't like that one, to come on back, that she will write me the new tag. She waived my car fee and a few other fees, so I just had to pay for couple basic camping fees, and now I got a place to stay the next 2 nights. We are queen number 2. And it looks like I might have this place all to myself. Not perfect, but a lot better than the other place. It's gonna do the trick. As I was setting up camp, I started hearing the faint sound of running water nearby. Curiosity finally got the best of me, so I decided to take a walk down this small path to see where this sound was coming from. I could spend an eternity in a place like this. The sound of water rushing by combined with the leaves rustling in the wind is incredibly calming. It's moments like these that really spark my creativity, and they inspired me to capture this next set of small abstract scenes. I spent most of the day working in the van today, answering some emails, working on some vlogs, editing some photos. So I don't think I'm going to do much more today. I'm waiting to hear back on another opportunity. I don't know if it's going to happen. That's going to kind of dictate my plans going into tomorrow. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cook the food I got earlier. I think that probably in the whole other episode ago that I got that, but I'm gonna make my breakfast burritos, and so I can freeze a few, especially with it being cool out. It'll be the little 12-volt freezer will work wonders. So gonna freeze some breakfast burritos, and that way I don't have to worry about it in the morning. Well, I made too much peppers and eggs, but that stuff was going to go bad, so I needed to cook it all.
do have some chorizo that I can make more burritos with, but I didn't feel like cooking it. It's good for like another couple weeks. So I'm not worried about that, but I don't want the other stuff to go to waste. So I'll probably make some more burritos and freeze them. So I did some dishes, got settled, and I just got a good text. I am going on a Jeep tour tomorrow to the Crystal Mill. Kind of changes my game plans on videos and stuff. So I'm kind of excited to go do this and check it out. So the other day, it was about a week ago, I saw photos from there and things were looking just yellow, but still a little green. So hoping to get some good colors, but just looking forward to seeing the place and getting that knocked off my bucket list. So I'm going to pack up or kind of load up. I was going to make a microwave dinner for myself, but they expired, so they're bad. So I'm having some popcorn tonight. I'm not really that hungry though, so but I'm glad I made those breakfast burritos because I'll probably have a couple in the morning. Time to get some work done.
I had every intention of filming this entire journey for you guys, but honestly, bouncing around in the Jeep made it nearly impossible to get any good footage. So instead, I thought I would show you some of the visuals I captured along the way and take this time to tell you a bit more of the history of the town of Crystal and the famous Crystal Mill. Oh, and a huge thank you to Sam at Crystal River Jeep Tours for the history lessons, transportation, and amazing hospitality. I can't recommend them enough, and I am very thankful and lucky to have made this tour. The town of Crystal was established in the late 1800s during Colorado's silver and mineral mining boom. At its peak, it was a bustling mining town with around 400 residents, but as the mining industry slowly declined, so did the town. Today, only a handful of the original structures remain, and primarily it's a seasonal destination for adventurers, history enthusiasts, and of course, landscape photographers. The most famous landmark here is the Crystal Mill, built in 1892. Now, interestingly, the thing that we call the Crystal Mill is actually not a mill, but rather a power station that used a water turbine to generate power for nearby silver mines. Though the mines have long since been closed, the mill still stands as a symbol to the town's rich history. And what's even more impressive is that the Crystal Mill is privately owned and maintained by a small group of people who fund its preservation and ensure that the historic site remains standing for future generations to experience. They've done such a fantastic job keeping it in remarkable condition for all of us to view, and I am very thankful I was able to experience it. Now, unfortunately, due to poor human behavior, access to the river has been restricted. With that said, there are still plenty of great compositions to find. When I spoke with Sam at Crystal River Jeep Tours, along with one of the mill's owners, I learned that people used to take pieces of the mill as souvenirs, which is really hard to believe. So please don't be that person. Let's all do our part to recreate responsibly and protect these historic places so everyone can enjoy them for years to come.